All right, ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing on this Thursday evening? You watching Sports Talk with you watch. I'm your host, Bernard Watt, along with my dog, Greg Steady, from the ATL. You already know how it's gonna be with Greg on the mic. I want to thank him for joining me tonight. We're gonna have a good time. If y'all don't mind, just do me a favor. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell notification. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video if you don't mind. All right, hey, there's a lot going on with Colorado, a lot, and we're gonna talk about it tonight with my sidekick from the state of Georgia. Yes, we are. We appreciate each one of you for tuning in tonight. And I'm trying to, there you go, I got it. All right. Like I said, appreciate each one of you for tuning in tonight. And while we enter the show, you got a comment that you want to make, or you got a question that you want Greg to answer, all y'all got to do is drop it down in the comment section, and we'll get it up there for him. Like I say, appreciate everybody for rocking with us tonight. I'm sure you didn't have to. What's up, Brian? How you going, man? Doing all right? Appreciate you tuning in. Triple L, what's going on? My dog, Miss Johnson. You the one, Miss Johnson. You the one. Yep, go Buff. Miss Shirley, my dog Tim. Always Keith. Appreciate you. Yep. Greg, what's going on, man? It's my fault. You had a good day today?
Yeah, it's moving along here, man. Where we at almost December.
Boy, I never get that day you told me that. Be what? Let me tell you something. What's up, Alex? Once we start this thing, don't be in no rush, cause this thing gonna go by quick. Boy, you right. You right. You are so right.
I mean, everything's moving fast. I mean, but that season definitely moved fast.
Yeah, it's definitely, man. It's definitely gone, man. Oh, I mean, we got 2 more games for the regular season, big up. But anyway, Coach Ryan them got a commitment for 2025. They got the second best high school recruiter and Juju to commit. What that says about Colorado and what do you expect from Juju starting next year? What that say about Coach Prime and his recruiting team when they can go out there? You know, the talk was that they can't recruit no 5-star player and the things that they done did so far. I think they done did a good job. So what you think about the recruit that Juju committed?
I guess we'd be all the way real. I mean, when you think about, let's see, I got my mic here. When you think about this whole situation. I mean, who they really fooling? I mean, when we look at the whole thing with Coach Prime, they don't have a lot of different things to say. From the whole, everything is about you can't beat them. You got to create all these tactics. So all this thing about no high school players and all that, I don't know what that really means. You know, of course he couldn't do it his first year. He came there in doggone December. So of course he couldn't recruit high school players that year. And they act like they're not understanding of that. But he did have high school players that year with Dylan Edwards and Steinman. People he knew. He clearly didn't have time to recruit no high school players, especially if they were going to be reporting in like January. So, but outside of that, he had high school players last year. And again, how do you expect him to build a whole team off of that when you had a new team, a lot of seniors? How do you expect him to just go crazy on high school alone? That takes time. But that he don't. Every year he's had a 5-star flip, and they were high schoolers. Travis was in the high school, Kamani was in high school, Jordan was in high school, and so they don't want to talk about that. And you know, we at a point now where it's about to get real embarrassing.
Why you say that?
Because they're gonna start looking real dumb. And they think this season make them look dumb. But what happens when this man really build a consistency? Well, none of that mesh that you say you can say no more. You can't say nothing about school. You can't say nothing about not winning. You can't say nothing about nothing. He's just gonna beat your head in like he did to the SWAT. So you want to run them up out of there and say, why don't you go to the SEC? That's gonna come down the road. Why don't you go to the SEC? Because they're gonna be too dominant for the conference. Because that's what happened in the SWAT. You know, and yeah, some people say, well, we'll want to go against him. But at the end of the day, if he gets the type of lineman he got coming in, high school lineman and transfers, and he got his offensive returning, most of them returning. They had depth this year.
Let me ask you a question, Greg. I'm gonna cut you off. How many offensive linemen you think he got coming back this year from this team?
It ain't about guys, about who can. Like they may not, they may. I know Rock can come back if he want. We already talked to Benson, Mom. We know he can come back if he want. Only people I think that will leave is Mayers, because we also know that Houston is like a junior, and him and Harden. You know, none of them are seniors, and they all playing. We see you got two true freshmen playing. Plus Hank is just a freshman last year, so you know all these guys are young. Then you look at all them big time guys, the freshmen that they got already committed, they come. We already had Big Kirkland come last year, and Big Owens and all those people come last year. Big Yo-Yo.
Big Yo-Yo.
Got those guys that people forget are there who developing and getting stronger and, you know, recovering and whatever. So the depth was already there. Then you get some more. You know you're going to have some transfers come in. So it's not going to be a question of depth at the line again. They're going to fight it out. And then you look at the fact all those running backs can come back. Now, will they? I don't know. Because you got to look at the fact Auguste is like a junior. If that, I think he's like a red shirt, like a sophomore, red shirt sophomore. Same thing with Hayden. Then you look at the fact Welch is a true freshman. Then you look at the fact Hood ain't even playing. He a true freshman. So the whole running back room can come back. We talking about full year development in the weight room, more experience can come back. They only can get better and bigger and stronger. Then you look at the fact most of the receivers are coming back. I mean, yeah, you lose the ones you know you're gonna lose to come in for 1 year. You knew that you had Wester come in for 1 year, and you knew you had Horn, Wester, Travis. You know, my brain slipped here. You know, most of those guys that you knew are starting right now are seniors, but most of them are coming back. So it's like I said, it's gonna become really, really, really embarrassing at some point as he just kind of like overflow. Yeah, Shepherd. But once they start to overflow with talent, and they're gonna start looking almost like a SEC with a bunch of 5 stars. I don't know if you ever want to get that to that point where you have stack up too high, then people have to leave because then you're gonna lose them. But
Right.
you at the point already now where that thing, the cup was almost at the rim already, far as what you got. You don't have to do a lot of recruiting. Quality recruitment at the receiver, at none of the skill positions. Because you gotta even think about, like, we brought in a lot of young cornerbacks last year, Boozy, Garcia. Like, I don't know how they pan out, but I know we're not talking about them because they like scout team or whatever.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of young guys. I even think about RJ Johnson and all that who on special teams. You know, all them guys was young. And when you look at the fact that you go in the portal, you really can nick and pick what you want, but you don't have to fill a lot of space. You don't have to reteach team culture. Most of the team gonna be coming back. They already know the culture. They know the standard. You ain't got to recreate the standard every year. They gonna teach whoever come in the standard. So Juju come in, a lot of people gonna flock over here. But what Juju represents is the fact at least 3 years.
Right.
Of consistency where you don't have to worry about who gonna be that guy, and that brings a lot of comfort to your recruiting.
Yeah, he gonna help. He definitely gonna help in recruiting, man. Because you look over there on I don't know, man. You connect on Instagram, man. You see all kinds of stuff. People talking about I'm gonna hit that players talking about they gonna hit that transfer portal. Talking about Juju, can you get me a spot over there, man? So it's gonna be really.
They are wide open. I hope they already in the portal saying that.
I'm bad. No, I'm serious.
I hope they already don't, like Chainsaw already don't let it know he leaving. So I hope it's them.
No, these guys still on the team, man. They still with the team. I seen 2 from LSU, 1 from Georgia. Cause they say he said I'm gonna see what the guy's name. I screenshot it. I ain't gonna put it out there like that. He was saying he went to school with Juju 2 years ago in Carrollton. And he's a sophomore where he at now. He said he told Juju, make sure you get a spot for me. You know, I'll be saying, dog, and this dude
That's one thing.
He a defensive lineman. This dude 6'5". Matter of fact, he don't follow me over there on Twitter. He's 6'5", 320 pounds.
I think I know Duke can speak on it because I know he mentioned it.
Yeah, that's why I was
He known Juju and those boys since they was
little
league. So
right.
Juju definitely know a lot of people just from the circle of like the little league and the 7-on-7. He definitely know a lot of people who, he always played up and stuff like that. So if he been playing varsity since 9th grade, he got people he playing against like in their 3rd year of college, probably going into their 4th year of college. They were seniors. So he did lose 1 year because he didn't play 1 year.
But and also that dude said Juju should be able to report in January because he only been playing in high school for 2 years?
Yeah, but he graduated. He coming in January. I mean,
he kind of young.
Graduate.
He say he ain't but 17, 16 or 17.
Yeah, he just turned 17.
Wow.
He whole year. He a whole year ahead. He reclassified a whole year ahead.
Yeah, they took that dude
had another year of high school. It would be ridiculous, right?
Right, yeah, man. Shoot. I don't know if me and you from Georgia, he from Georgia. Whenever I watch sports on channel 2, with my man, they always showing his highlights on how he performed at high school. First time whenever they go on there, they show Juju.
They got to. We can't consider him number 2 guy in the country, and he from your state. He represents. He's not number 2 in your state. He is the guy in your state. So he is the premier player. Just like we used to see Cam McKell. I don't think he was number 1, but Cam Michael. But
yeah,
he know all these guys.
He do.
He know Cam Michael. He know Welch. He know all these guys. At some point, they all know each other of each other. But he also know a lot of guys that he been playing against since he was a kid, just playing football and traveling in 7-on-7. So him alone can draw a lot of players for the next. As long as he there. If they don't make it this year, they're gonna be like, "Can you think about me next year? Can you think about me next
Right.
year? Because
Right.
he has those relationships. So that's why I said a player like this is not just a player; they are a recruit. You know, a
And the
recruit,
Jordan C. both.
huh?
Him and Jordan C.
Yeah, Joe. I mean, all of them. I mean, but when you look at those guys who do that 7-on-7, see these linemen. I guess they do these little lineman camps too. But those guys who really was active in that 7-on-7 and played in like a league like Juju played in it. They say that the team that he played on back in the day had like 13 Division One players.
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, but you also got to think about old boy Montrez Walker. I'm just looking at one of his
Yeah.
clips. He's
Right.
over there at Buford. He connected with Juju too. He's committed to Colorado. So a
Right.
lot of these guys is coming together. This stuff already been mapped out. What I really hate, and I said it on one of the other shows. Juju couldn't say he was coming to Colorado. Look how they gonna harass that man. They took his stars away.
Yeah.
Everything he did, they would have picked on him his whole high school. He couldn't even enjoy his last season because they would have nitpicked at him just because he had committed to Colorado. But I think they knew he was coming to Colorado. I mean,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
he
Yeah.
just
Coach Brown said. He
he
said
just
he already knew when he
he
dropped them
couldn't say
keys.
nothing. Imagine he had said, "I'm going to Colorado in August." They would have harassed him.
Man,
The
they
media
probably
would
made
have
him a
harassed
free
him.
star.
I mean, even if they left his stars alone, just look at they would have gave him the same level of scrutiny they give Shador and Charlotte. You know, they just would have picked at him. You know, and everything he did wrong, they would have picked at him. He gonna get it when he come here.
He
But I'm
sure
saying
is.
when he was in high school, they can't protect him the same way. You know, and it could distract him. So he's still trying to win him a state championship.
Yeah. I believe they're gonna win too. The way he playing, he's been playing like that.
You been
But
watching? I know I should try to catch him. I catch the playoff at the end. Like the where they show it on TV, but I know they always show the championship on TV.
yeah, I've been saying I don't think just about every game he don't play this year on TV.
You
The
watch it
dude,
on TV or you just watch the highlights?
the whole game they play the whole game on China on Friday night.
They show that
Uh,
one team.
huh?
They show that his same team every week.
They show their same team, Cap from Juju,
They don't show no other teams.
no other team.
That's crazy.
They show him. They show. I said, "Dog." I said, "This boy is kind of good. He do his he accurate, great. I think kind of alright, just like you do."
That's what they compare him to. They say his how he because Shador was a good freshman.
Okay.
Shador played at Jackson State, but I believe he could have played at Colorado as a freshman just as good because everything he did at Jackson he did here. It's not no he only did it at
Right.
Jackson. Like he really was
Right.
too much for the sweat.
Right.
He really was too
Now
much.
I didn't see Shador play the first year. I caught him his second and third year. You saw him in first year at Jackson State during the
I
Kobe.
saw him. I saw him at that first year at Jackson State. I don't know if I caught the beginning of the season, as far as the games, but I know I
Okay.
caught the back end of his freshman year. I went to the Celebration Bowl. I went to both years at the Celebration Bowl, but
Okay.
the difference is his size. Of course, he's way bigger now than he was at Jackson in his first and second year. He put on a lot of weight. He put on a lot of weight over the last year.
Oh, this last year he did.
Lower
Yeah.
body,
Like
leg.
yeah, he lower body.
Yeah, he lower body. I mean, you see him in person. I know you was at the
Oh, I
game.
saw him. Yeah,
Like
he big.
way them boys bigger than they look on.
Hey, when you told, hey, you know me when you first told me that when you went out there, I said, Greg, I don't know what Greg talking about, bruh. I started to hit you when I said, man, you remember when you were telling me about Kyrie Hill Green? He stood
He
out on
like a
that field.
giant out there on it.
Boy, what are you talking about, Greg? This boy ain't no 6'2". He got to be 6'3" or
He
6'4".
stand over everybody. He like a giant in the
Everybody. I
middle
said,
of the field.
Greg, I was telling the guy that was sitting beside me, I said, man, my partner from Atlanta said, this dude showed no big, and he is. Him that Bentley.
Yeah, but Jackson Kai Hill Green, like you say, he tall. That whole team tall. Did you go to the Buff Walk?
No, I didn't make it that. My plane, I had a delayed flight. I missed that. I got ready that time for the kickoff when I got to my section. Cause
So
yeah,
you
I had
flew
to
that
walk so
morning.
far, man.
You flew in that morning.
Yeah, I flew in that morning. My plane landed at 7. 7 p.m. on daytime, and it took me about 40 minutes to get there and everything to get to my room and all that change. Then I had to catch a Uber back to the field. So I got there right around about 9. I want to say about 9:40. I got down there to my seat
Right
about
at the
10:05. Right
So
out.
you had to do
They
a
were,
lot
they
of
were,
walk. You saw that you
uh,
had to do a lot of walking now.
yeah, you had to go. Yeah, when they put me up, they dropped me out right there in front of the school, but the field is back in the back. You had to clear the gates and all that security. Then you walk through the field house. Once I got into the field house, I would use the bathroom. Great, they were smoking that weed 10 o'clock in the morning, boy.
What you think about that bathroom? That bathroom like some out the 1800s,
Hey,
don't it?
I ain't want to go in there, bro.
Yeah,
Now
that
with it
bathroom.
like
I ain't seen no urinal like that.
that. Yeah,
The
everything just
ceiling right
open.
on your head. The ceiling
Yeah,
like you
yeah.
like,
I said, shit, I come out better holding it. I said, nah, let me go get let
that
me go
line
get
be long.
this. Oh yeah, man, you got to sit there and wait. I said, dog, what? Man, it's a lot of boy, it's a lot. And another thing you told me when you were right, boy, it's quiet in there until third down on. So until third down when we get
Library.
on defense, that's when it get loud. But other than that, straight quiet.
You can
You
hear
right?
everything going on.
You can hear. I told you I heard D. Lewis wave across the field. You can hear. But I had a good time that night. That's a good spot. I think I'm going back to the last game. I believe I am. I believe I am. So
Yeah, I say I ain't catch the daytime game. I caught a super late night game, and I say,
I'm
I
glad it
don't know
was.
what the
Yeah, I didn't think that many people, man. That play was packed, boy,
yeah,
that
it be
time was
packed.
wrong,
It
man.
be packed. They just don't know, like they ain't got no chance like the other teams. They need
Oh
to.
no, don't do
You
that.
gotta get used to winning. Like them other teams have chance. They got all these different sayings and the whole
Yeah,
crowd be in on it, and they
right.
just got to develop a culture again.
Yeah, yeah, you're
You
right.
go
So
from empty stadium.
when you looked at the game, I never get a chance to talk to you about when they played Utah. What you thought about the game? What did you see?
Um,
What did you notice?
it was to me. It was kind of similar to maybe the last few games they played. Just
Yeah, they
just
get
how
out.
they start off the game. They
Yeah, they
start off the
started off.
game kind of. Maybe they say they figuring it out. I think it has a lot to do with Shador. I think I
No,
think when you I think because he did the same thing at Jackson State. Let's be honest. He did the same thing at Jackson State. He
from what I
his
saw
process.
Saturday, it's the offensive line, bro. They was there. Boy, he was on the run the whole first half, man. He tired, man.
Who
Should do it.
you say he was running?
The whole first half, every snap. He couldn't step up. We looking at it. I said, dog, you can't step up. And Surveyor Small missed all kind of block. But I ain't gonna beat him up. I ain't gonna beat him up. Like I say, but he figured it out. When they brought in when they changed when they brought Big Benson in to play that guard in the second quarter, I think that's when it changed.
I think the processing component of him, like he said, I had to figure it out. It shows his processing takes a while, and it typically takes a quarter.
I mean, Willingham was throwing everything at him, bro.
I
They
mean,
were
but that's what
running.
you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. But you got to
Hey,
think
I
about
know.
that's going to
They
be
were triple
everybody's
teaming
strategy.
Travis. They were triple teaming Travis. That was his first read. When he threw that first interception, well, I missed the first play because I was talking to the people behind. But when I looked at I asked my person that beside me from Utah, I said, "Man, what happened?" He said, "Y'all should just throw the interception." So I watched it on the replay. Shoot, the ball should have went to the junction. You wide open.
Yeah, I mean, I think like
Travis had 3 men on him. He
so.
started out with the cornerback. The cornerback released to the linebacker. They linebacker about 6'2", 6'3". He could. I said, ain't no way in the world Shadua gonna see over that big old guy. Then they dropped a safety behind him. He really was triple team.
Yeah,
They
he
weren't
was
running but
swarming.
2 or 3 men at a time.
That's on him. That's on him. Far as
That's on who?
I mean, that's on Shador. Far as his mind was made up, like you say.
It was.
At
He
times
gonna,
he more finesse and he can see everybody. and he was honed in on getting to Travis that play. That's
Yeah.
let's call it what it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And when he's not, he's surgical. When he's
Right.
not honed in on getting to somebody, he gonna find an open man. Because
Yeah,
like
Coach Prime telling, come on, too. Yeah, they
somebody
wild.
always
Hey,
open. If he's the running back, somebody always open. He just gonna be throwing it to him. Like he have his mind made up at times, and that's on him. But I think they can beat Kansas State on a bad day. I think they can beat Oklahoma State on a bad day. My concern is how long do you get away with that? Because you can't spot everybody. Everybody ain't gonna go and kick field goals like Texas Tech. You can't spot everybody.
It gonna depend on their quarterback, whoever they play. If they quarterback can't throw for 4 quarters against Juju, they ain't gonna beat them.
Well, you notice I'm talking about the first quarter. So my thing is certain teams you don't want to spot 14, 21 points.
Yeah, that's like it is Nebraska. They could
like you don't want to spot Ohio State or Oregon.
Oh,
like you get the playoff, you don't want to play that kind of catch-up game. You making it harder than they have to be. And then you end up losing by field goal. You be like, we almost had. No, you had it in the first quarter when you gave up them 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You don't make that. Nobody ain't beat you.
The defense got to save you, man. They got to hold them if they get off to a slow start. The defense got to rise up for Coach Prime.
Well, what happens when you face somebody? See, right now you're just more talented than everybody.
Right. That's how they beat.
What happens when you face somebody whose talent is equal to yours? You don't spot them no 2 touchdowns.
I think he's gonna get up for them guys, like people in the SEC or the Big Ten.
I hope so, but habits are hard to break, man.
Yeah. I mean, what you think they should do then? I think they should run the ball more on first down.
I want them to see a sports psychologist. I do. I'm serious. I'm like, you need to have a conversation, man, because somebody needs to sit you down and say, you see the pattern? Like, forget what everybody else doing.
I'm sure somebody on the staff not told them that, bro.
Nobody didn't tell them about them night games.
I ain't gonna get in there, bro.
Yeah, nobody. Everybody saying like a choir now. Yeah, you know we play good.
Come on, man.
Everybody saying it now. Ain't nobody said it before. All I'm telling them is he gotta figure out he gotta figure out his psyche of what makes him start off slow, why he like to play from behind, because that junk is not conducive to every game. It's conducive when you're like dominant. But when you
I don't think you just blame it all on him, man. It ain't just him, bro.
I say all, but it's
he getting out slow. They started out slow because of that offensive line, bro. I'm telling you, man.
I say he did it at Jackson State too.
I understand that.
They had the same issue at Jackson State. I watched them. They had the same rhetoric. We started off slow. Matter of fact, that last year that they went before he came to Colorado, all their games started off slow.
Maybe because they split the first 15 or 20 plays.
Huh?
Maybe because the offensive coordinator,
just like this one. Their defense was really good. They only gave up like 21 points a game at most, 14 points, something like that. Their defense was really good. It looks identical to this team. So when he started out slow, they never capitalized on it. Just like this team, they get field goals and stuff like that. But they never really figured out how to start fast. They were all the way down to the SWAC championship talking about it. Like they never really started off fast. But when they got the rolling, they had 21 points on you in a second. Like,
boy, I didn't even know. I said, man, let's go get up there that quick, man. What happened?
Yeah, when they get the rolling,
you get out there the game. It don't match up.
They don't score 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they sure will. Like I say,
that's what makes them dangerous.
Utah had a good plan. Willingham had a good plan. He just didn't have the athlete and the depth to compete with Coach Prime and the Colorado football team. He just didn't have that.
Nobody do, because you got to think about it.
He got 3 big old tight ends, Craig. Them boy, they're gonna be the pros, boy.
But that's what they do, though, right? That's what Utah do. They known for that. Them and a couple other teams known for their tight ends. That's something that you probably need to do. But my thing is, Colorado when you really watch them play, and once they turn it on, you say, "Darn, it just got too much firepower."
They do,
Too much
boy.
firepower.
They do.
I mean, it's almost abusive. It's just too much firepower. Once Shadua get into the mode and the receivers they just go to.
I think they had Jim Horn. I think they had Jim Horn out there. He would have opened up some stuff. Cause with his speed,
I want him to get healthy because I told everybody weeks ago we playing long ball. We're not rushing nobody out there just for the sake of like if Jim ain't ready, let him come back when he's ready. Because when he come back, he need to come back. He don't need to be out there limping. He don't need to be re-injuring. Like he really ain't needed. It's overkill.
So you think they can beat them without Jimmy?
They can beat this team without a lot of them. The defense will determine what this team do, not the offense.
Yeah, I might agree with you on that.
The defense is gonna set the tone. The defense been setting the tone for all the last few weeks. Everything about the Big 12 is about the running game. If our defense shut down the running game, it looks like UCF. It looks like Texas Tech. It looks like all these teams that had Cincinnati that had these running backs supposed to be so great. If you shut anybody, that's what's wrong with Oklahoma State. If you shut their running back down, they have no offense. That was the issue last year.
Right.
The reason why BYU struggles and our state struggles because they can't stop the run. They can't stop the run. All the boys that we held down to 30 yards and 100 yards, they had 200 yards against them.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
They can't stop the run.
Yeah.
So that's not Colorado's issue. As long as the defense stop the run, they don't have a chance of beating you because they can't outscore you.
I got a question here for you from Adam. Adam said, "What do y'all think about Kansas is on the run? What is it? What y'all think of the run that Kansas is on right now? Yeah, they don't beat Utah and they don't beat Iowa State.
I think
they just ain't met no team like what we got.
Well, it's not that. These teams start out high, and then they come maintain it, and that's more like what happened. They start going down. So you look at why BYU and Iowa State, they couldn't sustain. They started having injuries. You start exposing their depth. Like they would start missing players on their defense. And again, you going against high-power offenses. You know, when you look at Kansas, they have a struggle against running quarterbacks and strong running backs. If you think about that, you think about Kansas State. You think about Kansas. You think about how UCF played. You look at most of these teams, they have running quarterbacks. Iowa State even tried to mimic it. In the beginning, their quarterback was doing a lot of running. So when you take away that dimension, like a stingy defensive line like Colorado, who's not going to leave a lot of lanes, what can you do when you're not able to capitalize on that? And then you got a Shador. He finally wake up. Next you look up, you see number 21 not on the jersey, but on the scoreboard. And you're like, oh, shucks, we're in trouble now. Because all we're going to do is run the clock out. We're going to run the ball, but we're going to run our own clock out.
Right.
And that's what they run into. And then they start trying to throw the ball, and then them doggone crazy defensive linemen go to sacking you 7-8 times a game. And you start throwing interceptions and getting sack fumbles, and all of that. And that's when you really in the pocket of Colorado. It's a double-edged sword.
Right.
That defense sets the tone. And people been saying it, but the defense is going to set the tone for the rest of this season. If Colorado defense is stopping the run, everybody gonna have a problem with them. Because you got to think about, okay, you talk about
you're right.
You talk about Ohio State. They're gonna have to run the ball on you. Like SEC. They run the ball. Ain't none of them got no great quarterback.
Nah.
They gonna think they're gonna move you out the way. They think they're gonna move you out the way. The problem is our linemen are proven. Shadows are proven. Shadows they whooped Texas butt last year.
He whooped Utah butt this year.
I'm talking about SEC.
Yeah.
Beat them. Shadows and manhandled Texas last year.
Yeah,
Texas
he did.
All this year. So it's not like our D line scared of a SEC team. Hill Green will hit your running back in the mouth.
In the mouth.
CES. It don't matter how you put the letters, he gonna hit you in your mouth.
He sure will. He ain't scared, boy. He was tearing him up out there, man. I ain't gonna tell him. He's so big, man.
He a grown man. He should have been in the pro last year.
Yeah, he is, man. He
He
played
a
like
grown
one
man.
too, boy. He played like one, Greg. I ain't gonna lie, man. Him
And
and
all of them grown men. They in their 5th year.
yeah.
These grown men. These ain't no 18-year-olds.
Nah,
These
boy.
boys
They play
23
like
years
two.
old.
Bentley was back there hitting them guys. It looked like he knew the play was coming, boy.
You do know the players are coming. They tell you they watching film and talking about it. Their man don't played enough ball. When that man came to this team, he was naming all the he just like how Juju Mitchell was last year. He know all the formation. He don't play it long enough. He don't play it high level enough. He like Travis Hunter is in secondary. He know what formations and what you're gonna do.
Right.
And then he watching film. He know what
Cameron
to
City on Craig too. He know it too. Every time they ran the ball, but I can't understand. He knew, and he always came down inside that the box every time.
Well,
I said, these
yeah.
guys hard, man. They watching that film.
Well, they got experience. They smart and they watch film, and there's more than one out there. So that's what makes it on every level. You got the shallows like that. You got Silver Craig back there. You got both your linebackers like that. You probably got a couple linemen down there like that. That's cornerback Travis Hunter back there, Bane Ross and Norman. You got a bunch of guys like that on defense. They even if you get some on them, they gonna go to the sideline. They gonna be like, "Yo, you saw that, and they don't figure you out." Then the coaches ain't dumb. You got Hilo sitting up there watching. You got Livingston right there. You got Saps in there watching. He know everything about a line. So they gonna figure you out.
They got the advantage over you, man. They got the advantage over you. That coaching staff and the player, they got the advantage over everything they're gonna play in the Big 12.
It shows. So that's why from the very beginning with a brand new team, even though they had their little hiccups, from the very beginning, we were saying, oh, they go in halftime, they don't give up no more touchdowns. They were already showing you very early they know how to make adjustments. And they just started making adjustments early and early and early. Once them boys got enough games played together and they put their experience together and now they know each other, communicate to each other. It ain't like I know, you know, but it's no good because we playing separately. But when we put our heads together, none of these guys don't play enough games. They only getting better with time because they playing more with each other. So what we're looking at is a team it's like fine wine. Yeah. But other teams, they peak and they going down.
They sure is.
Going like this.
Them injuries not caught up with them.
Like I said, we had injuries too, but we had depth, especially in our trenches and our defensive line. But I think also our team we figuring it out at the right time, and they can't never get complacent. People they gonna get complacent. They ain't played their best game. They still kind of raw.
You blame that because the offense? You think it's the offense? Why they ain't played a complete game yet?
Well, offense, you got to think about the offense. Like we went all the way up to the beginning of the season and didn't even know who the starting line was.
True.
Think about that. We had Tyler Brown at guard, at tackle. Everybody don't play everything. Benson don't play it on left side or right. It's good.
Yeah.
Because the injuries happen, everybody got experience. But our line been playing musical chairs the whole season.
They still is. They did the same.
Still is. But I believe that kept them healthy.
You believe what now? I
believe it kept them healthy.
You might help for that. I don't disagree.
Because you got to think about it. They don't have the wear and tear on them because they get in trouble 1 or 2 games. Benson been hurt, but he ain't had to play no full game.
Right. Only person out there playing the whole game is gonna be Jordan C. That's all.
Exactly. Everybody else don't start it and not start it, and they ain't had to play the whole game. And you look at that has kept because that line wasn't healthy last year because them same guys had to stay out there till they got hurt. Then somebody else had to come in. Now the boys rotating so much, they really fresh.
I would love to see Yo-Yo out there one time, man. I just want to see what he can do.
I'm wondering because I seen Hamill.
I'm talking to a guy out there. I didn't know he knows me, but he'll remember the staff. I asked him about Yo-Yo. He said Yo-Yo don't know the plays yet. Be what? I said, man. He told me you got to realize he went too long, just got over here in this country. You know,
He's
it's a
gonna take a
development.
year. But I'm
Huh?
wondering who's on that special team on that not kickoff on the field goal. I'm thinking some of them linemen out there, some of them backup
Oh, he
linemen.
out there on that now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because I think Owens, all of them probably out there on that. Cause
All of them on that. Yeah,
I saw
all of them
him.
on that. And
So
we
that's
were
good.
saying in the stand. We were saying in the stand. A guy was sitting beside me in the stand. He said, "Man, the extra point line was way bigger than the offensive line. Why
Yeah,
they
some
don't play
big
them
boys.
on the offensive line?" I said, "Well, you know, you never know what's going on. I don't know. I ain't that practice, but they are big. You got Pancake out there. You got Yo-Yo. All of them guys, man, playing on that.
Little turtle pancake, flapjack.
Yeah."
Ooh, pancake.
Hey, that's a big old dude, man. I ain't gonna
All
tell
them
him like
boys,
that.
remember they was 6'6", 350. All
That
them
dude
was
look like he about 400 pounds, man.
yeah, all them boys was over 360, 370 when they came in.
Yeah, Colorado got some big old boys. I'm talking about the boys that ain't even played. Those some
That's what
big
I'm
old
saying.
boys, man.
I would wonder if you do run into a bigger teams, do you get smart and say, you know what, I'm gonna put some big boy packages in here and help, absorb some of this.
Right. Yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
you don't know no plays, learn your plays.
Yeah, that I said, man, y'all just learn 3 plays. Let them run 3 plays. At least the running play.
Goal line packages, red zone packages, something.
I love to see what he can do. That big old Tom, that Tom boy that transfer in late. He's a big old dude.
Yeah, and yeah.
He a big dude, man. I didn't know
Like I say,
Colorado had a big team until you told.
it's a good thing than to be holding your breath because I know our linebacker core and all them boys redshirted. So all we got is young boys behind them. I know we got little young Hood and Goldberg because we used to have, even though they still on the team, Trevor Woods. I don't know if he leaving, and Jeremiah Brown. They still practicing. And I know once the season over, their red shirt is irrelevant. Would they be considered depth pieces? Because right now we got Hill, Green, and Bentley playing most of the snaps. Wester kind of come in. He was hurt one game. He kind of come in. But at one point we had
he came in when Saturday when I was out there, I was thinking they gonna bring West in, but they made Stoudemire the extra linebacker. When they took Bentley out, and they played Stoudemire played the linebacker, and they brought Hood in to play the slot.
You know the clowns who said that I want
and
to
they
be
couldn't move the ball on that defense. There, they couldn't move the ball at all.
That's what I'm saying. Last year when down around this time and later, I told the clowns and they laughed and they you don't know what you're talking about. I said Stoudemire is a linebacker.
He played the same.
I know he's a linebacker because he about the same size I was. So I know, and I played secondary just like he did. So I know he could play linebacker. I look at his frame. I said Stoudemire is a linebacker.
He big
He's an
too.
outside linebacker, a hybrid linebacker. That's what
big,
he is.
Bro.
He big and he young.
Saw that.
Yeah. He gonna get bigger. And I said, you put Stoudemire in the box. I said, him and Travis Jake can be converted to linebackers. Get them out from coverage and bring them in the box.
Yeah, he got some playing time too. Travis Jake.
They play better in the box. They play.
Yeah,
Stoudemire go make tackles. Stoudemire can blitz. He blitzes well. He's a strong tackler. We saw that last year. You take a lot off his plate trying to cover in space. If you put him in that box, he can come alive. He can be an animal in that box.
Yeah. When they took Bentley out the field on third down, they made him a linebacker.
He's what they wanted Trevor Woods to be. He's everything they thought Trevor Woods would be.
Right. He just didn't have the quickness or the speed that
Stoudemire cover better than, but Stoudemire is a more sure tackler, and he's more diverse. He is what if we had had Stoudemire in now in the beginning of the season when Trevor Woods in there, it would have been different.
Yeah. Hey, he agreed too. I think
you try, but that's what happened when you try to figure things out. That's what
they try to figure out wrong. They didn't know the guy. They just didn't know who was going to perform, man.
Catch you slipping when you trying to figure it out.
Yeah. I like I say, going forward, if the main player stay healthy, I don't see nobody beating these guys. If the main guy to stay healthy, I just don't. I really don't.
This is what they got to do. They got to not play from behind.
Yeah, they got to start off.
They got to not play from behind. If you start slow, the other team better start slow too, doggone it. Don't spot them no 14, 21 point. I ain't talking about Kansas. I'm talking. See, that's what people don't realize. I'm not talking Kansas.
I'm talking about in the playoffs.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about if you really want to take advantage of this opportunity, because that's what you got. Some teams lost, and you turned out to have a record that nobody said you was gonna have, that we said you was gonna have, and now you have an opportunity where they can throw you into something. Because what we finding out is they playing chess. They ain't playing checkers with this playoff bracket. They already think about Colorado coming. What can we do to screw them up? So
hey, we said the same thing, bro. Exactly right.
You supposed
they know they coming.
So they're trying to figure out how can we send them in the worst situation. Can we send them up there to Oregon in them jail cell locker rooms that's a mile away from the stadium?
What the jail cell?
Look like a D block, C block, jail cell locker rooms, big as this room right here. And they white, and they probably hear everything gonna be cold. You see what I'm saying? And you up there with that hoodoo voodoo. They better have some real praying going on. And because last time they went up there, they were spooked.
Right.
Spooked. And then you spotted Oregon, 21 points, and they ain't let your butt come back.
Yeah, they got too much talent. They got talent like you got.
And they're gonna be at home. They trying to send you at home. They trying to send you up there instead of having to buy.
Right.
You both had a buy. They trying to give Boise State the buy.
Man, I can't understand that, man. How
they playing chess, man. They know it's a dangerous thing if you give Colorado the bye. Because they already in the second round of the playoff.
Right.
They got less games they gotta win.
Yep.
More fresh. But if you send them to Oregon, they already know your history going to Oregon. Yeah, that'll be a cute game. Everybody be excited. But Oregon gonna monopolize the tickets. It's not a neutral site like that second bye, the second
right.
week. And it's an outdoor stadium in the freaking December in the northwest.
In north part of the world.
Yeah, so it's like it's a weird thing that they're trying to set you up for. So you already see they setting you up for a situation where you're not gonna be able to. Now you see Oregon just struggled with Wisconsin, so they ain't Superman. You know, they ain't like world beaters like they want you to think. Bo Nix ain't that quarterback. I don't know, man. They trying to get this boy Heisman, this Gabriel boy. He's not Bo Nix, who played college for 15 years. This is not him.
Yeah.
So and it's not the same team. So with that being said, and it's not Colorado's same team. You're not gonna bully Colorado the same way.
Nah.
Not at this point in the season.
Nah, I think they locked in now, man.
Well, they got a line now. They got a defense. They didn't have that last year. Especially Colorado was in the same situation. They played Oregon last year, the fourth game of the season. The defense really didn't start playing better to about the 6-7 game. Colorado was in shootouts every week for the first few weeks.
Right.
Really all the way up to USC. So you caught them early. That was a new team, new coaching staff last year. And Travis Hunter was hurt. So you can talk big all you want. You know you caught them slipping.
Yeah.
You caught them slipping. You ain't catching them slipping this year. So mess around. You mess. This is what they can do. This remind me of this season. This is what they can mess around and do. They can mess around and let Colorado go out there and beat Oregon, and you might walk them right into the national championship. You go beat Boise State without going by, and they're gonna run through Boise State like Oklahoma State or somebody.
Yeah.
Now you got them in the third doggone game. They're the semis. So play with them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it got to be Oregon. It could be Ohio State.
But how they send these brackets up, they better be very cautious. How they trying to be evil.
Right.
Because you give them Oregon in the first round and they mess around and beat them.
They got a clear walk.
You can walk them into the semifinals.
Yeah.
Because they gonna run through Boise State. See, you got them in the wrong bracket. You playing around. You playing with them.
It's just strange. I can't believe BYU dropped down 8 spots and by losing one game. And when you look at the SEC, when they lose, they only drop 2 spots.
Well, SEC got some kind of deal going because they want this to be the SEC playoffs. But the
You think they
problem
give them a
is,
break out Texas and Oklahoma joined and made it more teams?
but this is the thing. They lose to unranked teams, and it don't affect them any more than losing to a ranked team. But when you look at this conference thing, nobody asked Missouri to run over that other year. Nobody asked Oklahoma State and Texas to run over that. You know, nobody asked all these teams to run in one conference. And then y'all want to make sure they all make the playoff because you say, well, they play each other. But they should stay their butt where they were.
Right.
And then they could play, and then they all make the playoff. It's not my fault. You say all the top teams went to the same conference and beat up on each other, and only a few of them should make the playoff. And you're gonna make sure nobody else make from other conferences. No, what they should have did was took the top 2 teams from each conference and made a playoff.
That's what I thought they were gonna do, big dog. I really thought they were gonna do that.
Top 2 from each conference and call it a day.
I thought they were gonna do that.
Get that. Forget everything. Because momentum does is this. I don't care if they're not the most winning team. If they win a conference, the top 2 teams in the conference should go to the playoff.
Right.
From each conference and represent their conference.
You think if Indiana lose this Saturday, what's gonna happen to them?
I don't think they're gonna lose. They've been Colorado and that team just like they've been Colorado and Colorado. They've been disrespecting Indiana, and Indiana gonna smack Ohio State in the mouth.
Oh, yeah,
and that's gonna mess the whole thing up. The whole fantasy.
You think so, big dog?
I think they'll smack Oregon in the mouth.
I ain't seen Indiana play, but I'm gonna watch them Saturday if I ain't got to work.
I seen them play early in the season, but I'm saying they keep playing around with Indiana, they're gonna smack them in the mouth. And they're gonna mess around and mess all they little cute brackets gonna get jacked up. Because I believe they can go in the conference game and smack Oregon too.
Well, they swear Oregon. Man, the quarterback that Oregon got, he just don't impress me, man.
They like to sell dreams, man. What I hate, this is what I don't respect about the SEC. They cupcake, they do cupcake on both sides. They start off the season with 2 cupcakes, and then a lot of them end the season with 2 cupcakes. And then they had a dash to act like they deserve to be in the playoff, like Texas A&M playing New Mexico State at the end of the season. So you start off the season with cupcakes, and then you end the season with cupcakes, and then you had a dash to think you're supposed to be ranked in the top 10. But then with Colorado run through everybody in their conference, that's strength of schedule. Fool, half your schedule is cupcakes.
Exactly.
Cupcakes. Y'all got 37 teams in your conference, and y'all got time to play cupcakes? You got that many teams in your conference. You got plenty of teams to pick from in your conference. But you still go play 4 cupcake games. As if you got a shortage of SEC teams to pick. Everybody and their mama in SEC, and you only want to play 5 SEC games.
Hey, you right, bro.
Oh, we made it to that. Everything else is cupcakes. But you had a nerd to want to be ranked number 5, number 6, because you beat 5 SEC teams. We play SEC, but you played 4 cupcakes.
Georgia.
All of them do it. Go look at their schedule. Go look at. We're at the point now. We like, we need this team to lose it. They finna go play Uda Buda Creek University. They get always in the season like, we escaped that one. Let's go play that team and slide into the playoffs. No, you need to play hard. You need to play some hard defining games like all the other conferences doing. Like Ohio State still got to play Indiana. They got some defining games left. Why you get to escape and go hide from a butt whooping?
Yeah.
And then have the audacity to say you deserve to be in the playoff. You go play them cupcakes. What the algorithm at? Strength of schedule. Okay.
Right.
If you beat New Mexico, you should lose 2 ranks.
True.
Don't sit and hog up the top 10 spots with your cupcake games. While everybody else fighting for their life to get in, you go and hide safely behind New Mexico State and San Jose and all that kind of
stuff. Yeah, you're right. Hey,
Hawaii.
Miami.
You
Hey,
go behind
Miami
all
doing
these,
the same thing now.
huh?
Yeah, Miami doing the same thing too now.
But they have no strength of schedule. As soon as your
Right.
schedule got strong, you went back to cupcakes.
You know the SEC always has done that.
Yeah, but that worked. But now we talking about playoff and ranking, and you cheating. That's cheating because you just took away 4 chances for you to get a loss
Right.
by hiding behind cupcakes, and then you demand a number 3, number 4 ranking because you scored 87 points on Ootabooga Creek, and now like, oh well, you know they number 1 in rushing yards. You scored 90% of them, 90% of the yards on cupcakes, but they
Right.
average together.
Right.
And they go to and they getting to protect their players. They going and beating the mess out of teams. Their players ain't in jeopardy getting hurt. Matter of fact, they can take them off the field. Our players play to the end.
You're right.
So we
They
still
have
gonna
to.
win
They're
our
the
game.
dog fight. They're the dog fight. They have to.
Imagine if we had our last 2 games at this point. We are trying to we got to play Kansas, we got to play Oklahoma State, and then we can get the ball. Imagine if we had our next game was against Campbell, and then the next game Campbell. You know what I'm saying? And then the other game against South Iowa.
Man, ain't no team. Ain't no
Southern Iowa University. Like nobody even know where that's at. It probably exists. Southern Iowa University, and you will slide your way into the Big 12. Like it was easy. It was easy. Campbell and Southern Iowa University.
Was that Campbell Southern Iowa?
Yeah, like we don't even know who these things are. Like, oh, we thought it was a basketball school.
Yeah. I mean, you telling the truth. I mean, you ain't lying. That's exactly what's going on.
Look at Texas. Look at Texas A&M. They got this big old wonderful top 10 ranking, and look at their last 2 games.
Who?
Look at the Texas last. Well, somebody said, put that up. Somebody said we did play CU and North Dakota State. Okay, well, North Dakota State ain't lost but 1 game, and that was us. Right. And CU is possibly going to be the team in Colorado State, who is Division 1. I mean, they put a group of 5.
They group of 5.
They're actually possibly the considered competitor that play Boise State.
Right.
In the conference championship. So you're going to compare Southern Iowa University to...
He don't know what he's talking about. Go Buck don't know what he's talking about. He would have made that statement if he knew who North Dakota State they reckon who all they don't lost to.
North Dakota State, North Dakota State ain't lost. Everybody try to knock North Dakota State. They ain't lost since they played us.
They sure haven't.
They're gonna mess around and go win the national championship at their level.
They play South Dakota State Saturday. They play South Dakota State Saturday.
And they already beat the other South Dakota. I
know.
So I'm saying, like, they've already beat all the top teams who normally be in the playoff, and they beat them pretty good. So they ain't a cupcake. They're just like they want a cupcake when we played them on the first game, clearly, because they're not a cupcake. See, people get all goofy when they get on here, but the reality is that they pointed out all the teams that they beat before we played. Remember, y'all put them on the schedule, and they known for beating FBS. They be talking all that crap, and then you beat them. Oh, they're not that good.
Yeah, every team we do that, they do it like that.
That's what clowns do now. Don't put yourself in the clown category because show me who in Campbell is gonna win. What conference they winning? I'll wait. Show me Mercer. Show me Mercer who Alabama play. Show me Mercer. Show me what conference they winning.
Right.
That's that clown talk.
That's it. I don't even pay no attention to stuff like that, man. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Everything you said tonight, you're right. You're right on point tonight.
If I'm sitting here and I'm in the SEC and we got 20 teams don't join the SEC, and I got a schedule of 12 games, right?
Right.
12 games. 4 of them, I'm gonna make absolute cupcakes. That ain't including some of the weaker teams in my conference that I'm gonna beat up on. Half of them games you got gonna be weaker teams, right? Those you gonna schedule them.
Right.
That everybody gonna beat. They gonna win one game a year. Kentucky, Vanderbilt did decent this year, but usually they be one. Arkansas, they act like they tough, but they always get their head knocked in every year. And then Florida is gonna fell off. So a lot of the teams that you normally had to go against back in the day. Now I see South Carolina is playing better.
They playing pretty good.
They playing better. They usually be a strong team. They used to Georgia go up there and get smacked. They play around with them. You used to have South Carolina, Auburn, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, LSU. They was gonna play good every year. Play any one of them, get your butt beat. Mississippi State never was nobody. Ole Miss was never nobody. They every now and then they do a little something, but in that conference, then they went and added Missouri, and then they went and add all these other teams. But we from Georgia. We know who are here. Don't get it twisted.
Oklahoma ain't that good.
SEC country. What are you talking about? We talk Colorado. I don't know where y'all been. We've been around SEC country. We know all the SEC teams and who's historically has been good. Even before Georgia was the team, even before Alabama became that team, we know who's been good. Auburn has been good. Florida had their time. Tebow time and all. Everybody had their time, but it was competitive. This weak mess they got now ain't competitive. Where Auburn at? Auburn ain't the Auburn they used to be. Florida ain't the Florida they used to be. South Carolina had a decent year this year. They ain't been nowhere to been found for years. Tennessee off and on. Tennessee used to be a strong team in the conference. All the way back to Peyton Manning.
Yep.
Tennessee used to be a team. Georgia knew not to go slipping at Tennessee. They knew not to go slipping up in South Carolina. South Carolina catch their butt every other year. And LSU would be a team that had a team every now and then. You couldn't take no day off in the SEC. This crap they got now, Alabama go lose to Vanderbilt. Georgia go lose. That ain't you may have lost to somebody, but it was gonna be another team who was like you. You ain't going to lose no game like that. If you gonna be ranked number one. I ain't never seen a ranked number one Georgia or Alabama go lose to any Rudy Poot team. They don't slip up. They don't slip up and lose no games. They may lose to each other. That's it. They gonna go into the playoff. We didn't have no playoff. It was a bowl game. Then they added a playoff. They gonna go in there with one loss, and it's gonna be to each other. And it might be ignorant enough for them to play in the national championship against each other.
Yeah,
each other in the SEC championship. That's the SEC I'm talking about. This crap y'all talking about, nobody's scared of that.
Yeah. Hey, Miss Emma Johnson got a question, Greg. She said, who will shine for the offense in this game for CU? I think Shador gonna have a good game. I think he the one gonna have a good game. I think he coming out right. He on the road. He ain't at home with no distractions. It depends on the weather there. I gotta see the weather there too. So I think Shador. I think Shador gonna be the one. I think he's gonna do a 34 game.
This might be Travis' game. He do. Old boy talking junk. Old boy over there talking junk.
Yeah, he talking that trash.
Man, you don't talk junk to Travis.
No, you don't.
You want him to talk junk to Travis. He feeds off of that crap. He's silly as can be. He needs you to amp him up. So Travis might score 3 touchdowns. And that's ain't average, but imagine if you do that.
Okay, Ron said the weather, man. Yeah, I'm looking for Shador to go on.
But that is Shador because Shador throwing to Travis. Shador might throw. This is the game he throw 4-5 touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm looking for him to go on.
This secondary think they finna try him.
Yeah, exactly.
And see, this is what you do. You let Mr. Perfect Timing come in and be sleep. fall asleep, throw 300 yards, walk out the field tomorrow. I should have played a better game. Or you can wake the fool up. You can wake him up and wake Travis up, and they bomb us over bad dad. You're behind.
Yeah.
You pick.
I think they're gonna get out the game.
Don't wake up the sleeping giant. You know they come in there sleep, and they still beat you put up 40 points on you. But do you really want to wake them up?
I mean, if he good, he'll go 1-on-1 with Travis. Don't run no Saint over the top of him. Them said, no,
Well,
get back.
they like to do that man cover stuff. From what I hear,
they ain't gonna do that. No, I don't think they're gonna do that this game. If they do, yes, Travis gonna have about 10 receptions, 200 yards on him.
I'm gonna tell you what their strategy gonna be. They're gonna go back to the old school strategy of put pressure on Shador.
You think they're gonna put that pressure on him?
They're gonna go back to the old, because that's the only hope they got. We're gonna go back to the old school strategy of load up the box, and we're gonna trust our so-called top DBs to handle the outside. I'm gonna tell you what their strategy gonna be. They're gonna try to come after Shador. They're gonna bring safeties and everything.
Now, Colorado offensive line, they are struggling with that stunts. I saw that firsthand. They are struggling with that.
And you know why they struggle with that, right?
What's that?
Because the main advantage they have, which we already talked about, all that rotating around.
Right.
It's like I'm playing left guard half the game. I'm playing right guard the other half of the game. Clearly, chemistry is gonna be different. Right. Clearly, I may forget some things because I'm forgetting. I'm at right guard. I'm acting like I'm at left guard.
Yeah,
so you doing all Benson playing both sides of the ball in the same game. Like this ain't game.
Yeah. Coach Prime so mad, Greg. He was so mad that he called timeout and walked out on the field. They had to bring him back, man. He called timeout, man. He did into that offensive line, man. And field Loho. And Loho switched him up again. And I said, dog, man, they can't get used to one another. They don't know where you gonna be at one time. And if they send a blitz and they pick it up and they pass it over to this person, he don't pick it up because he trying to catch the outside. That's just too much on a person.
It's a lot of moving around. It's a lot of assignments to know, and the chemistry is off.
Yeah,
I'm playing. Like you said, Jordan Seaton got 2-3 different guys playing by him.
Yeah, he do.
And Houston the same over there on the other side. So, what are we looking at? We looking at this. Another slow start.
Yeah, man, I hope not, Greg. No, man. No. Because Utah, man, Willingham, man, we said right behind Willingham. He had that defensive end line up on Jordan C. And when Shador get ready to call his play, he'll run that line back and get behind that defensive end. And shit, Jordan C didn't know who to block. He'll start off and release it. He'll start off and release it to he thinking the Tiger the guard go help him. Shoot. God ain't nowhere to be found. He got to catch the other guy. That's when they called him 2 holding penalties on him, which he did hold. And he had no choice.
But you think Kansas don't watch film?
Oh yeah, I'm sure they saw that.
Okay,
yeah,
so they gonna do the same.
They gonna do the same thing. Yeah, you're right. You might be right.
You're gonna have the same kind of thing.
That's how Nebraska did too.
Unfortunately, they're gonna go back and look at all the crap that worked, and they're gonna have to replicate it because that's the only chance they gotta win it. They'd be stupid not to, especially if they gangster enough to feel like they DB. So all that, so they gonna mess around and find out. They think these boys can go out there and one-on-one cover them. They believe that. They've been showing these little 2 DBs all season. Oh, they the most interceptions. They feel like in their little mind they can hold it down. The problem is we got more than 2 receivers, just like everybody else.
You don't think the defensive back for Kansas? You don't see in the film on there?
Do they got more than 2? They brag about 2. The problem is we got.
I ain't seen them play.
I've seen the clippings and all the hoo-hoo-rah and the brothers that play cornerback again. The problem is they got 2 of them that they brag about. They don't need 3 or 4, and that's everybody's problem. You better have a photo with 4 of them doing like this, not 2. So go ahead and shut Travis down. Go ahead and think you shut Will Shepherd down. And LeJounte gonna eat you. He gonna eat you for like you at Red Lobster.
Right.
All buffet.
Yep.
Jimmy
I agree.
Horn, Draylon, and that is the story of Colorado. You can triple, you can dribble, you can do everything you want to Travis. This ain't your team. Y'all think this your team. You think that you shut down the number one receiver and that means something. Really, we want you to go there and let Travis be a decoy, and the other people gonna eat you alive. We're gonna throw go balls to Will Shepherd. We're gonna throw LeJounte gonna eat you up for 30, 40 yards at a time. And Travis Hunter gonna be laughing at y'all because he gonna really be resting because he jog his routes.
Right.
He don't even be running. So he really like, woo, y'all giving me a break. So all y'all, how you think Baylor lost? Because they thought they was so smart to put everybody over there on Travis Hunter, and they decoyed Travis Hunter away. And he that fool, the touchdown was over there, and y'all lost. Because you think this your team. You think we only got one receiver. Like all the other people, Obama and everybody else running them out. You only got two players. Y'all still dumb enough to think Colorado only got two players. We don't. How many highlights have we shown? All our receivers got highlight tapes. What about yours? All our receivers got highlight tapes. Will Shepherd got highlight tapes. LeJounte got highlight tape. Everybody don't have to shine. And y'all still saying, oh, we got a Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter can be a decoy as far as I'm concerned. He can go out there and dance and do all them dances he do. He can go and do all that. He can do all that and this we just air you out.
Yeah. They don't have you're right, man. They got better have more than two cornerbacks. I say that for that.
But that's all they bragging about. We got two top cornerbacks. They lead the interception. Get what? We can let them all go out on a date, go on a double date. And LeJounte on slice and dice y'all while y'all out eating ice cream. Y'all shut down Travis. Go ahead. Have at it. Go shut down Will Shepherd. It means nothing to us. We got a freshman, a true freshman that we can line up in the slot and out the backfield and kill y'all.
Yeah.
With 100 yards. A true freshman.
He balled out.
No idea.
He balled out, sir.
But that's what we got. That could have been him or Jimmy Horn. Fill in the blank. Fill in the blank.
Yeah. He a big old dude, too. He ain't no small guy either. Draylon.
Whatever that we were saying, he really built like a running back.
He is. He really is.
And so you go line up your linebacker on him while your wonderful cornerbacks is out there thinking y'all got it made, and he gonna put a move on your running back. You know your safety gonna be over there watching Travis Hunter do the little dances and stuff. He gonna be like, I gotta make sure because he don't really trust his cornerback. And Draylon gonna streak right past him, or Jimmy Horn gonna streak right past him, or LeJounte gonna streak right past him.
Yeah, Colorado got a lot of talent, man. They
too much firepower.
They got matchup problem when they play them, man. I think you said that.
Because any one of these boys can score. You imagine getting the ball to LeJounte, a 5-yard crossing route, and he turned it into a 40-yard touchdown before you can blink. You over there watching Travis, and he he don't went past you. Pew! Like, what is going on? I thought Travis was a superstar. This guy already got 2 touchdowns in the first quarter.
He capable of doing it.
You're doing something. Yeah, Travis Hunter laughing at you. Yeah, you shut me down today. You shut me down.
And your team losing 21 now.
Good job, man. You're great. You're great.
Yeah, crazy that. Yeah, they got the firepower, bro. That's one thing I can say.
And the quarterback, with firepower, is only as good as the quarterback can get you the ball. And so when you got a quarterback who can get you the ball, that is just like a lot of teams got good receivers. Unfortunately, they got garbage quarterbacks. It's a lot of teams. They got all kinds of 5-star receivers all up the bench, all upside the field. But the quarterback can't hit the backside of a barn.
That's the going on, bro.
You gonna overthrow him by 15 yards, underthrow him by yard. He throwing interceptions and everybody mad. So That's what we looking at, man. And if the offensive line do their job,
That's key.
you ain't got to be perfect.
Don't
Just
show
stand in
up.
front of somebody.
Stand in front.
Stand
That's
in
what we
front of
were saying.
somebody.
Stand. Dang, just stand in front of somebody. That's it. If them stunts don't kill them.
I want to
Every
see
play.
him throw a cut block every now and then. Take it out the book of what team we played. Who was that throw them cut blocks? Was that Texas? Throw some cut blocks every now and then, just to let somebody know their knees can get lost. You know, they need to start throwing some stuff at people, let people know it ain't sweet. Instead of you just running full speed into the backfield. You know they don't
Right.
wear no knee pads. You don't wear no
Hey,
knee pads. Let them know.
hey, look, man.
They
Man,
start that
Travis
messing
got
off,
shoulder
man.
pad. Travis shoulder pad stop right here.
I told you that. I told that why he got his shoulder hurt. His shoulder pad stick up on top of his shoulder. His whole
Man,
shoulder out.
man, when I was playing, my shoulder pad down there come all the way down here on my forearm, man.
That's why it's a shoulder pad. This is your shoulder.
Yeah.
They didn't say your shoulder blades. This is shoulder
They don't
blades
wear no
pad.
knee pad. They wear left thigh pad and they don't wear no knee pad. I said,
They
what?
started that mess when I was playing. When they sit up there and people started not wanting to wear hip pads and butt pads, and they started wearing them. They said, "You gonna put them doggone pants down? You had to at least put a little half knee pad in there to look like it." Now they ran Daisy Deuce. The girls watching the game, they got on shorts out there. I'm like,
What that
it
day?
used to be what you did at practice. Now you doing it in the game.
What
Like you got
that
that in the game with some Daisy Dukes on. You ain't even
day?
trying to act like you got knee pads on.
But they don't even think about wearing them, man.
As soon as somebody helmet hit that knee, they're gonna be limping off the field.
Exactly.
The pads are there for a reason. They're pads.
Man.
Protect your bones.
I said, man, look at their shoulder pad. Man, their shoulder pad come stop right up there.
Travis
I said,
Hunter. I
wow.
seen when he did his on his YouTube thing. That game he got hurt. Really probably before it. He put them shoulder pads on and they sit up on top of his shoulder like this, like they square. Like you said, they don't have no courage. They just sit like a Halloween outfit, just sitting up there like them. I said that's why he got hurt right there.
Yeah,
He
man.
lowered his shoulder. He forgot his shoulder pads don't cover his shoulder, and that boy hit bone, muscle, and probably more muscle, and that muscle probably locked up on him. That's why he couldn't lift his arm up. You hit that muscle, it'll lock up.
I
So
said,
that's why
man.
he lucky he didn't hit no bone.
Yeah, you right. I said,
But that
gee.
boy helmet, that face mask, he lowered his shoulder on, thought he had shoulder pad, but all this was uncovered. And that boy helmet, I was at the game. You know, that was at the Kansas State game. That boy
Okay.
helmet, that shoulder. You lower your shoulder because you usually got shoulder pads on it. And you want
Right.
shoulder pads on him. He forgot his
Right.
shoulder pads don't cover his shoulder. And he still
Shoulder.
wear the same shoulder pads. They
Well,
ain't
while
listen
that
to me on
nigga
that.
had on them.
But they got some thin shoulder pads that cover the shoulder because I saw some of the running backs and stuff. They shoulder pads at least curl right there. It ain't got to be all the way down there, but it can at least cover half your shoulder.
One why I didn't think he had on none out there. I said, man, you got to get the guy on
He
it.
got the square shoulder pads I ever seen. They square. They like a box. Like they just sit on the top. Like they protecting his traps, but they trap pads. But they is not protecting his shoulder.
Man. And he don't wear no knee pad.
None of
He
them
wear,
do.
he wear no little thigh pad, no little bit of thigh. That's about it. No knee pad at all.
They ain't got no knee pads that at least sit on top of the knee pad. Like our knee pads used to be. Remember them knee pads back in the day? They used to be about this big.
Yeah.
Then eventually they start coming with these little square knee pads. At least put the little rectangle knee pads on.
Wow. That's
Because
crazy,
you
man.
run the ball, the last thing you want somebody helmet to hit you on top of that knee.
Exactly, man. Exactly. Yeah, you right. You right. You
And it
right. You are
happens.
right. Yeah. So what do you think the score gonna be?
Man, it probably like 38 to like maybe 21.
30-21.
Yeah.
You think they're gonna throw 3 touchdowns on Colorado?
You know, Colorado like to play with their food, and they like to give points away. They be feeling sorry for people and stuff. They be like,
If
"Well,
y'all
you know,
tune in the chat,
we are beating
y'all
you
tune
like
in.
35. We beating you like 35-7. So we just give you a couple points so y'all don't feel bad. It's not like y'all going to the playoff or a bowl game. You know, this is your playoff. Here, go get a touchdown in 2 minutes on the clock."
I just don't see them scoring on 3 touchdowns in defense. And you
Everybody else have.
if y'all okay, if you participate in the chat, y'all don't mind, drop the score if you think your prediction of the game will be between Colorado and Kansas. 3 touchdowns, Greg.
Everybody else have. Even the games we blew out, we gave them at least 20 points.
Oh, man.
We did it with
I give them
doggone
13.
We had them sleep and we let them score. We let Arizona score. We let Texas Tech score. We let Utah score. We could have blew all of them away, and we let them score because we nice. We nice like that.
I don't see them scoring on 3 touchdowns. They might get a couple field goals with a touchdown.
They may not, but they'll get it in the last 5 minutes of the game. We'll let them score.
Right.
We be like, it'll be the game will be over, and we'll let them score. We'll shut the running back down the 10 yards, and he'll end with 80.
Yeah,
like,
that's how they did.
Where you get all these yards? It's garbage time.
Yep, that's how they did. What you call?
I think that, you know, I would like to say they're gonna blow them out. I would like to say we're gonna have a fast start.
Coach Brian don't start letting them hit in practice. I like that now.
He been letting them hit, like, but he don't let them take them down. And he do that like only on that Tuesday.
Yeah, I saw that. That's what I saw it too. That's exactly when I saw it too. I said, "Oh, Brian, let them hit."
As long as the trench is hitting, I'm fine. As long as the trenches isn't hitting and thudding up, and maybe the linebackers. But I think that we probably figured it out today. The reason why that offense is kind of off because they rotate people all around, and it's hard to develop chemistry. And that's why it take a quarter or two to kind of settle down because the stability is just not there. I think that's what it is. I think we figured it out. I think we got it, Coach Hart. I think we got it. I think we got it figured out. Go ahead and take it to the team. Go ahead and take it to the crew. And you know, but I think as much as I think I like for it to change.
What you want to change?
I don't see it changing this game.
What change? What change? What you want to change?
Well, I was just coming out the gate and just boom, boom, boom.
You don't think them change the game? I think they locked in. I think they locked in the game.
I ain't say they weren't locked in. I said I don't see them having a fast start. And then what's scary about them having a fast start is they get bored. So let's say they do come out and put 21 points up in the first quarter. They be like, okay, we're bored. Like, what do we do now? Do we just go 20 more points, or do we just kind of like drag it out to halftime and get them after the halftime? You know something really weird. Like the last game was the first time we put up like points in the fourth quarter. We scored 21 points in the fourth quarter
against Utah. Yeah,
right. But we never done that. Like we actually scored 14 points in the first quarter. But the middle quarters, we only scored 14 total. We only scored 7 in the second and 7. So it's like they're gonna find a way to cut this doggone faucet off.
They would score more than that
and load up the middle, or they gonna start off slow and load up the end, or they gonna it's like they refuse to just dominate all 4 quarters. I feel sorry for the team who experienced that. I hope they pull that out when it counts, like against an Oregon or somebody. Like if y'all only got one game and y'all gonna play a whole 4 game, please don't waste it on Kansas. Just play your same old little rink-a-dink game against Kansas and look like you about to let them hang around and beat them by 3-4 touchdowns. And then when we need it, when you need to pull that out your pocket, go ahead and have it ready for Oregon. Like if you just gotta just only have one game to do that, then I prefer you not waste it on Kansas.
I think they would have scored 21 on that first. They would have scored that first drive with Shador had to throw that interception.
Well, the thing is, they could have did all kinds of scoring in that game, but they played with their food. They need to eat good before the game. Like maybe we need to change the pregame meal because they like to play with their food. Like, maybe we need to starve them so they don't play with their food. Maybe we need to feed them a peanut butter and jelly sandwich before the game. Maybe they eating too good. I don't know. Because they likes to get out there. They're not hungry out there. They're not hungry. Like, the only reason, you know why Shador not a Heisman? Because he's just not vicious. Like, Shador really could score 4-5 touchdowns a game, like I said, if he want to. But if he ain't got to do it, he typically don't. But if he have to, he will. If Shador have to, if you say Shador, we down by 4 touchdowns, he'll do his best to run you down. But if he ain't got to score 4 touchdowns, he ain't doing it. And that's just his. So if Shador played to his full potential, he will be in the Heisman race.
You don't think that man out there playing his full potential, Craig?
Hold on, we don't talk the whole time.
Huh?
We don't talk the whole time about. You already know he's not playing his full potential.
He can't for the offensive line. He can't, man. I saw that firsthand, bro. I'm serious. He can't. He was on a run. That man got beat up 2 years in a row. You don't think he's by the time, bro?
We already established what the offensive line rotating.
Well, how he gonna go out there and do all that, Greg? That other team just ain't gonna fit.
I already told you that's his pattern. You talking about this offensive line? He don't have multiple offensive line. That's his pattern. Now you got to accept the fact that that's something.
Okay, I disagree with you, there on that.
You said you ain't even seen the man play until 2 years. I'm telling you,
I'm talking about what I saw there. That he don't have the time to do that, bro.
I'm telling you that he is a guy who he plays better when it's a challenge. Okay. And if he got a big lead or it's not a challenge, he's not typically gonna run that thing up like that. He's typically not gonna do that. He cool, calm, collected. He chilled out. He's not really just gonna be an assassin out there. He's not an assassin unless you make. He like Tupac. He said he ain't no killer. What's it say? He ain't no killer unless you push him.
Yeah.
You know, he a killer when you push him. If you don't push him, he ain't no killer. So from a stat component, he can go out there in his sleep and throw 300 yards, 350. But if he was a killer, he could throw 450 every game. Easy.
Y'all heard it. Greg said
Easy. He make a mistake and throw 400-yard games because he's trying to run you down. He don't even realize he's doing it because he's trying to run you down. His biggest games that he passed is the games where he fighting from behind. He don't even realize, I ain't even know I threw 5 touchdowns. TCU last year. When he went against TCU last year, he didn't even realize he don't threw 5 touchdowns, 500 yards. He was too busy trying to win the game. But if he got the lead, he ain't finna throw no 500 yards. we gonna leave with 299 yards. I was 1 yard away from 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. And he'd be like, in his sleep. Like, yeah.
She said. Yeah, I really hope they get out. I hope he get out to a good start. I think he will have a chance. He can get out to a good start. He will have a chance to throw for 400 or 500 yards. I don't think their defense that good to me. Like everybody keep talking.
I mean, if they were,
Kansas, I'm my Kansas. I don't think they're that good.
I mean, they don't ran up on a couple teams
The
last couple
high
of weeks.
score, I think I looked at, they ain't scored, but so it's 17 points.
Let's just be real.
That
If
ain't
they were
gonna be
all that, they wouldn't have lost as many games as they lost.
exactly. Yeah.
But if they match up wise, if they run into somebody who can't stop that run, they can be a problem. So it's up to the defense. We talk all this talk about Shador. It's up to the defense on how we dominate this team. If they don't go out there and play worth of crap, then it's a shootout, and then they gonna activate Shador. But if they don't, Shador gonna be bored. Either way, it's gonna be up to the defense.
Yeah.
That's where we at. And the defense gonna determine this game, and they're gonna determine Oklahoma State too. And then they go to the Big 12. They're gonna determine whether it's BYU or Arizona. Guess what? You go against Arizona State, now you got to stop Scatterboo. So
yeah.
it's like,
that's who I think they're gonna end up playing.
You set the tone. Defense is gonna set the tone from here forward, and they definitely gonna have to set the tone if you run off in there and play a SEC team, a Ohio State, a Penn State. You know what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
What you think they're trying to do? Boise State. Everybody gonna be trying to run this ball.
Right.
Nobody got a better quarterback than us, period. So we ain't even got to discuss, Bo Nick's gone, Pennett's gone. And as quiet as it's kept, Miami ain't played nobody, and they not good.
They have.
And I was surprised to see Ward is not that good when scrambling. I thought he was a little more athletic than that. Shador's a way better scrambler than Ward. Cam Ward, if you put pressure on him, he nut up. He sack him really easy. So if he sit in the pocket, he'll carve you like turkey. You got them big tight ends, them big Miami tight ends. But so he the only other quarterback really who can throw far as just throw the ball with Shador. So the defense set the tone and let Shador be Shador. It's gonna be some teams in trouble. They don't want to see Colorado in no playoff.
Nah, I agree with you on that. Yeah, they got too many. Shoot, man, once that defense get hot, and don't let third down come up alone. BJ Green, them boys, they bitches off the end. Arden Walker, I didn't know he was that fast coming off the end.
Oh yeah, Arden Walker was good last year. See, these
I didn't know he was that quick, bro.
We talked about him in the offseason.
I didn't know he was that quick. He quick.
You gotta be quick off the edge to get pressure.
Yeah.
See, these are the boys that we talked about. Everybody we talked about. Arden Walker. I know we mentioned McCoy, Arden Walker, and McNeil. We talked about as returners. Okay, everybody coming in. Oh, we got all these people. So Arden Walker and McNeil and McCoy, them boys showed last year as young boys that they can get out that quarterback. That's why I knew he was gonna be good. I said we had BJ Green. I said it's gonna be overkill. Sam Okinola, Hayes. I said we got 2 minute rushers. Wade came in. I said,
man, he's another. Yeah, he's another. Yeah. Wade.
They said forget that red shirt. So it's like from a if you're not able to run the ball, you checkmate it. Because you throw it, you finna give up 7-8 sacks.
Yeah, they coming, boy. I'm telling you, man.
So your run game has to work against Colorado, or you're screwed. Your run game has to work against Colorado.
Yeah.
If you can't run against Colorado, you might as well pack up the bus.
Yeah. You're right. You're right. Because that pass rush they got, boy, you look like they
like some
hey, third down. He showed third down. All of them run up there. Satin had to call them back. Hey, come back. All of them run out there, boy. I was saying, man.
Everybody want to get in.
Everybody want to go in there and get him, boy. I'm serious, man. We was there tripping out, man. I said, everybody want to go in.
But think about all them fresh legs over there ready to just run past them tired offensive line in the elevation.
I tell you, that dude stood out in that game. Don't get him out of credit. That big number 90, I think 95. Takeefa Thomas.
Yeah, Takeefa was good in the offseason.
Takeefa, man, that dude, boy, he was back there, bro.
Yeah, he get back there.
He get back there. When they had him and Neal in there, when they gave Shadows that break, boy, he was back there, boy. Yeah,
That's what I
boy.
said.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened with Bill, but they mess around and play long enough. Some of these players might start showing back up.
He must have got a serious injury.
Well, he ain't had no surgery or nothing. But I'm
He
saying,
didn't even dress out.
yeah, I remember he tried to come back at that. He wasn't dressed out. He ain't been dressed out in a minute, really. He ain't really been dressed out since pretty much like UCF or something. But I'm saying,
Really?
you mess around and play long enough, you might see some ghosts. Like you mess around and make it halfway into late December, some people might have resurrect. Bill might resurrect by then. I thought he was hurt. This is a whole nother season.
Yeah.
You boy was hurt 2 months ago. You playing in December and they got hurt in October. You mess around and be playing in the 1st of January and stuff. You might find all kinds of players show back up.
Yeah,
you don't have to change the rehab and everything by then.
Yeah. I see Mario Miller don't know what start walking.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna look up and be like,
he walking in the boot. I said, dog, he walking in the boot.
He gonna be talking.
He's on sideline catching pass. He was on sideline catching pass. I said, okay.
He mess around and be like, Domination. He gonna be like, well, y'all forget it. That was 4 months ago. It's January. It was 4 months ago. That was October.
Yeah.
September.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Alan. I saw him, man. I said, man, this dude, he ain't riding that little bike no more, or that little scooter. Dude walking around, catching from the machine. I said, boy,
what you think about this?
Trying to make that last playoff game, boy.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna be like T.O. the Super Bowl. Think about this. Man, you said this season going by fast, but that was that Kansas State game. That was a month ago.
I know.
So you add the month of these, you add the rest of November,
right?
Then you got December. You're gonna be like, man, that was 3 months ago. I'm good.
Yeah, exactly. I said, dog. Then he got Michael back now. I text Neely. He said, "Boy, practice day.
You play long enough. You play long enough, and you might mess around and rejuvenate this team's depth."
Man,
Shane Colts on the way back.
Hey, shit, that's what Neely said. Say he practiced day. Man, you mess around and get all them guys back great. Man. They gonna be fresh.
They're gonna be fresh because you gotta also think about it. After you play, let's say BYU, that go back with how we started this conversation. Let's say you play BYU Arizona State on December 7th.
Right.
You mess around, your next game ain't till like the end of December, as far as the playoffs are concerned. So you're gonna get another couple weeks off. Don't mess around and get the bye. That's their biggest fear. Their biggest fear is Colorado. They're trying to find every kind of way. Let's put Boise State. Checkmate. You put Boise State at the second round. You just basically gave whoever won that game a guaranteed pretty much ride to that third round after they beat the mess out of each other in that first round.
Yeah.
Because you so busy trying to make sure Colorado don't get it. But my question is, what if Oregon actually wins the conference? Why would they not have that bye? See how you see that weird stuff. Oregon, like they got Miami. Miami ain't gonna be there. Miami gonna lose. They'll lose the SMU, as far as I'm concerned. But I'm saying, like, you look at some of those brackets. It's supposed to be the 4 conference winners. What if Oregon win their conference? That means they should get the bye. So they should nobody.
You don't think they ain't lined up for the bye?
Well, when I saw that bracket where they put one of them brackets showed, you see that bye? One of them brackets showed that Oregon was down there at the bottom in Colorado versus Oregon, and then they played Boise State in that bracket. I've seen multiple brackets.
Oh, okay. You don't see multiple. Okay.
Yeah, I've seen different brackets. But I'm saying, like, Oregon, if Oregon wins their conference, then yeah, they should have a bye, right? But you
Right.
see, what do you see? What do you see when you see this mess? What don't look right? You got Oregon, Texas, Miami, and Boise State. What do they all got in common? What they don't have in common?
What they don't have in common,
Yeah,
they ain't got no quarterback.
no, it's a simple thing. Boise State, how did they get a bye as a group of 5 team?
I don't get that.
See,
They ain't playing
originally, I
nobody.
remember originally they said they think they slick. Originally, they said we're gonna take the 4 conference teams and then we're gonna add one group of 5 team because they said James Madison should have made it last year, but they never said that team would get a bye.
Right.
They said they would get
The
invited
group
to
of
the
five
playoff.
team should have got the 5th spot, right?
Right, pretty much. And then they changed it to like with the top ranked conference champions. But so now you compare a group of 5 conference champ to a group
Big
of
12.
4 to I'm saying like how do you weigh a conference champ at a group of 5 to this group of 4?
Right.
It's power 4. How do you
Right.
do that? Like that don't
Right.
even make no sense that you even put Boise State in the same. First of all, they lucky to be in here with all these other teams because they win the freaking Mountain West. They should get that number 12 seed at best
Exactly.
because
I go with you on that.
they had to play none of these teams,
Right.
and we know they can't. Like they said, Oregon played decent against. They played decent against Oregon like in the beginning of the season. Like that's cute, but I'm saying like when they want to talk all this strength of schedule thing. Like, where do you justify that at? Like,
Man, they know Prime. They know Colorado coming, boy. They trying to set us up, bro.
they ain't played nobody, and they're
Nobody.
leveraging Boise State looking like one of them chess pieces. They're leveraging them against a team like Colorado because they taking up. That seat belongs to whoever win the Big 12.
The Big 12.
That's who it belongs to.
Right.
They're taking up that spot, and they leveraging the fact they don't gave Miami a number 8 rank. Why are they anywhere in the top 10? They lost to Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech not even a ranked team. I don't care if you only lost one game. That one game you lost is to an unranked team. You should be at best lucky to be in the top 15.
You might have a point there. I might agree with
holding
that.
them up there as number 8. Then Texas, they number 3, Oregon number 1, right? And you still like, come on now.
That don't make sense. Yeah, that don't make sense there.
Like you don't let a group of 5 team take up a bye. How do they like what is this? Everybody equal? Like good and doggone well. That's just like saying, we respecting all Division 1 teams, so we're gonna give North Dakota State since they number 1 and they won their conference, we're gonna put them in the bye. Like that makes no sense. That's a whole different division of football.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they doing that crap, and let me tell you, they not gonna play nobody else. And all them teams you just put up there, they in cupcake mode, including Boise State.
Because the remainder of the game.
Everybody in cupcake mode.
You talking about remainder of the game left? The 2 games.
Go up there, play with it. Look at the remaining game. Boise State ain't playing nobody that's gonna challenge. They playing Wyoming.
Right.
Like they don't have no risk of losing. You already giving them a bye. So they have no risk of losing, except they go against Colorado State and lose in the conference championship. And they so dirty, they'll turn around and say, well, they only lost one game. The only trick is they got that number 12. That's the only value that Colorado State can have to us go whoop Boise State and knock them out the doggone playoff. But guess what? They yes, and this why I know they shiesty. Because they supposed to take the highest ranking group of 4 team.
Yep.
Now they're basing off them being number 12.
Yeah, so, I had to go trade about that last time. I said, man, what
happens if they lose? Since they already got Boise State at number 12, that means if they lose the game, they should not be in the top 12. How do they still got the right to make the playoff?
Right. Yep.
Because if they mess around and lose, and they already at number 12, they have no room to fall. Even though they're gonna be a top rank. So that defeats the point because they're supposed to have one representative, one top rank.
And I thought they supposed to be 12, be number 12, where BYU at now. Or number 5. Right?
Well, this problem. This the problem. This is the problem. See, they jack this thing up because it's supposed to be everybody in there supposed to be ranked 1 through 12. But you already see BYU is ranked number 14.
Mm-hmm.
And they're basing it off the fact that they're saying that BYU gonna win the conference. So they're the conference representative, but really they should be switched with Boise State because all our conference teams should get a bye.
True.
It shouldn't be. It should be BYU. Boise State should not take. I don't care what their record is. They should not take one of them byes. They should be that 12 team they let in the playoff.
I agree.
So what they're showing you is really you put Colorado right there.
Well, in that number 4.
The problem is that's gonna be the only. Think about this. This how jacked up it is. Because of this Boise State situation, let's say BYU is the conference champ. They're gonna be the only conference champ that don't get a bye. Yep. Every other conference champ gonna get a bye. Let's see how jacked up it is.
Yeah.
Like that's because they're not there because they're in the top 12. Clearly, they're ranked number 14. So they're only there because they won their conference. So the only thing that gives them the right to be there is that bye because they didn't make the top 12.
Right.
But they're doing that because they're afraid that BYU is going to turn to a C, a Buffalo.
Hey, I tell you.
They don't want to give you that bye. They don't want to give you that bye.
That's exactly what it is. They ain't scared. They know it's going to turn to that.
Because imagine you give Colorado that bye. They mess around and bust Ohio State in their mouth.
They're going to mess up the whole bracket.
Oh, they're going to be in the semifinals.
Let me see. Who, if they win, let me see something. All right. Let's say CU end up in where BYU at. They beat Ohio State. Who would they play next?
Boise, checkmate.
Oh yeah, they're gonna mess it up.
I'm saying checkmate either way. Checkmate either way.
Yeah, you're right.
Checkmate either way.
Yeah. Oh man, they'll bust that thing up, man.
And then next thing you know, they'll be sitting in the semifinal. And that's what they were saying about like Oregon or Alabama, whoever, you know what I'm saying, based off of this bracket.
You think okay, if Boise lose, what you think? I'm gonna see what your opinion on that. Boise lose, right? That means they'll come out of that spot. And then CU win out and Miami lose, any chance of CU getting that 3rd instead of 4?
No, because they ain't got you nowhere near. And they clearly ain't moving you quick enough. They're already gonna lie and say you ain't beat no ranked teams. So how that's gonna work? You ain't got no ranked teams left, so they can move you one space at a time and still justify keeping you out unless you win your conference. You at 16 or 17 now. No, they gonna sit up there and play the dumb game and say, well, you only beat Kansas. They ain't beat nobody, even though they beat them other teams. Their record is nothing. They're not ranked. Right. You go be Oklahoma. That's the worst team in your conference. Y'all ain't beat nobody. Yet they gonna go give a group of 5 a bye.
So if CU win the conference, if CU win the conference, let's say CU win out and win the conference, where you think they're gonna go?
They're gonna give them they're gonna put their foot in their mouth. If they win the conference, they gotta put them somewhere.
I'm talking about where you think they're gonna put them?
They want to put them where that Y is. I'm telling you, that's where they want to put them. The problem is other people could lose outside the ones that got cupcakes.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of these teams cupcaking their way out the rest of the season. But you looking over there, Oklahoma, they think they got a bracket, but Indiana can jack it up this week. You see Indiana is in there too, but they can jack it up.
Right. Yeah,
they can jack the whole thing up. Indiana can go and mess up Oregon too.
Right.
If they go to the conference championship.
Yeah, it's crazy. Man, I gotta get out this thing. I gotta get up before I got 12 hours with tomorrow. I was up today. But appreciate y'all for rocking with me tonight. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Y'all don't mind, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Greg, let them know where they can find you at, bro.
I'm at Greg. Greg said it. We right here. Got a little something. Got a lot of group out there on Facebook. Do a little something on Twitter, Instagram now and then, but primarily right here on YouTube. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. We figuring this thing out. We at the end of this thing, but hey, do your research. We've been on this thing for the whole year. Ain't flip-flopping around. It's going exactly like we predicted. So if you want the real, this is where you get it at right here.
Yep. Yeah, we get real to it, man. So how that new thing turning out? That new app.
It worked fine. It worked fine. It's I mean, it do the similar stuff.
You don't figure it out?
For the most part, it's the same, do the same thing, but it operates a little different.
Oh, okay. I got you. All right, Doc. I'm gonna try to do if I ain't gotta work that Saturday, I'm gonna try to do an after show. If you want to join, I'll send you a link. You can click on it. You know, I'm gonna send it to the group. If y'all want to click on, y'all click on it. It's fine with me. But you have a good week, man. I'm sure we'll be texting and keeping in touch, bro. Appreciate you joining me tonight, man. Good show, man.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
Yes, sir, man. God bless you and your family, bro.
All right, same to you.
All right, partner.
All
right, ladies. Greg said, good show, fellas. Good show. Appreciate y'all. I got to get out this thing, man. I got to get up 4 o'clock in the morning, y'all. They got different characters on this team, and that's why they are must-see TV.